Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing well today. Thank you for tuning in, really appreciate it. Shout out to all the subscribers, gratitude to anyone new. Keyshawn Davis is fighting Gustavo Lemos tomorrow. This video is about the keys to victory, and I want to highlight a couple of parts of art and science which this channel is about from both sides of these fighters. I am going to talk about the keys for victory for both of them as well. Also, Gustavo Lemos just came in overweight, 6 pounds. Wow.
Y'all see that 6 pound shit going on? Hey? 6 pounds? That's crazy. 6 pounds is crazy now. I almost caught the fight off.
That is an incredible amount of weight to be over the limit of. This is at lightweight, so he's going to be 141, so he might even be, well, whatever. He's probably going to be closer to 150, I'd imagine. You know, he didn't seem to offer much of an explanation post-fight. You know, they tried to get an interview with him, but he was very, brief about it, shall we say.
I am getting word that the fight will continue. Was coming in a little bit heavy part of the strategy at all to beat
La pelea va a continuar, se va a dar la pelea. Fue parte de la estrategia
Nosotros
venir
venimos a pelear y bueno, vamos a tratar que se dé.
Look, I come to fight and we're going to have to continue.
Okay, guess he's done.
So Keyshawn Davis seemed excited about it. He was like obviously going to earn a bit more money because you have to pay the A side more for the fight to go ahead.
Your thoughts on that when you heard that number?
Oh, I was happy. I know I'm getting paid more money, so the show must go on.
Fight is going ahead. Makes it a little bit more interesting, really, because it certainly does favor Lemos. One, in the sense, obviously, he doesn't have to, well, he just fought at 140 for Richardson Hitchens. Controversial loss. But, you know, if he's a powerful guy, sturdy, solid, low center of gravity, bulldozing Argentinian, very tenacious and strong. And Hitchens said that actually post-fight. He said he was really strong.
What made his pressure different?
He was short. He was real powerful, and he was relentless. He wanted to win. So,
and Keyshawn Davis is going to have his hands full. But for me, Keyshawn Davis, the key to victory is going to definitely be his jab and his defense. Now that sounds obvious, but the jab is going to be the timing of the jab. You know, like Lemos comes in and he really tends to telegraph a lot of his punches, right? He'll load up like that, and you can see it a mile away.
Earlier, he did have a fight back in December, but that fight lasted just one round. Before that, getting away from the ropes, it's not staying against the ropes too long where Lemos could get off his punches.
Keyshawn Davis should be able to capitalize on that, you would think. You know, just stab jab, just back him up, stab jab to the chest, or just a simple probing jab just to maneuver him a little bit, get his range control under, right? Meaning, you know, the distance, make sure his distance is good, because if he gets that wrong, Lemos is in there and he lets his hands go.
Good opening round for Lemos. Let's see if he can build on it. And Hitchens is in a fight.
Yes, he is. And if he's not going to catch and counter, given by a stock.
Oh, and a big right hand again.
He really lets his hands go. So Keyshawn Davis certainly has to keep moving. Obviously, you know, I can really see Lemos backing Davis up. That's what he likes to do. Davis likes to, you know, box, and, you know, he likes a bit of pressure sometimes. He's very, 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 very good defensively. I think he's one of the better defensive fighters in the game, to be honest with you. His shoulder roll is superb. It really is. He can do it for defensive moves, just maneuvering and making sure he doesn't get hit, or he can do it to counterpunch as well. Now, when I was doing this video, I thought to myself, maybe counterpunching could be a key to victory for Davis, which it might be. But it's also a little bit dangerous. If you notice in the Hitchens fight, he didn't really counterpunch because he was just so concerned with what's coming. He was just focusing on defense and holding. The excessive holding was ridiculous, really. It was far too much. I wonder how Keyshawn is going to actually be able to get him, in the clinches, and how to get him under control, because he doesn't stop punching. That's the beauty about this fight, is when he does get up close to Lemos, and let his hands go, how good's Davis's defense? Because I think personally it probably is a little bit better than Hitchens, and that's saying something. So that will be intriguing for me. But stab jab his jab in general, maneuvering, using it at different levels, jab to the stomach, jab to the head, keep variating that jab, keep moving, and keep, you know, keeping Lemos, turning him a little bit, you know. That old saying, I think Eddie Futch came up with it. It's like, you know, a bull can't charge you when it's turning, right? Think about that, really. It's true, because that was, someone said that about Valenzuela versus Pitbull Cruz. You know, when you've got a big charging bull on a turn like that, they have to reset their feet. So it's a lot harder. But Lemos looks a bit more athletically twitchy, let's say. A little bit. He's got this very fast, speedy, yet cumbersome way about him, you know. It's like he's kind of awkward. I think that's why a lot of his punches get through, because he just throws them from weird angles. He just throws bombs everywhere like that, massive wild shots. And a key to victory for him would be to, look, don't over telegraph your shots, you know. You can come in with your head movement and just dig those shots, but don't load up, because Davis is going to see that a mile away. Another thing Lemos needs to do well is cut the ring off, which he is actually very good at doing. He did that very good against Hitchens. Now, cutting the ring off, I'm going to do a separate video on this and the art of cutting the ring off, because I've made a few videos on the art of counter punching. I'll leave the link up here, actually, given the fact that we were talking about counter punching, the art of pressure fighting, given the fact that Lemos is a pressure fighter. Link up here for both of those. Go check those out. I'm trying to make more videos like that. But basically, cutting the ring off is obviously you want to get, you know, anticipate where your opponent's going. So it makes the ring feel a bit smaller. It puts a lot of mental pressure on them, basically. But it has to be, you know, consistent. You can't do it one round and then let a fighter get off the hook and have them box a little bit and then put the pressure on. It has to be non-stop. You have to put the pressure on non-stop. That's what drains the mental side. But I think Keyshawn's, he likes that, you know. At the end of his last fight, I say he likes it. I think he likes it. Well, I don't know if he likes it that much, but I think he can deal with it, is what I'm saying. His defense is good enough to deal with it. But has he fought someone as physical and as tenacious and powerful as Lemos? That's the question. And to be honest, it's a really good fight. I think it's a good test for him. I'd love to see Keyshawn Davis call out Andy Cruz, to be honest, if he does win. But, you know, it's a, we'll do that in the post-fight if it comes up. I'd like to see him really. He's got some business to, you know, he's called the businessman, and he's got some wins that he needs to get back, right? I think Cruz won 3 or 4 fights in the amateurs against Davis, but that's a good fight. Lightweight division needs some fighters getting in, top guys getting in the ring with each other. Let's be honest. I know him and Tank have had some beef. I haven't really kept up with it, to be honest. I'll see this thing and I'll watch it a little bit, but to get context of who started what, it's not really my thing. I talk about art and I talk about science. Speaking of art, Keyshawn Davis's shoulder roll. I mean, art in boxing. Like, boxing is a sweet science, but it's an art, really. It's an art form. And Keyshawn Davis, really, to hit and not get hit is the beauty and the art of boxing. And he does that so well. You know, his shoulder roll is just like, it's like a piece of art. It's like a painting in itself. It's so beautiful. And as I said, he uses it for defense. And I'll pull some clips up, and I actually made a video. I'll leave at the end for a video about his defense. It's just like a minute long. I also did a full 3 or 4 minute long video with some more drums and stuff like that, because I like to bring music into this. I'll leave that at the end, actually, and I'll leave the defense one right now, where he's just shoulder rolling. He's always out the way, uses his parrying beautifully. It's just so artistic. It's creativity. It's expression. He's in the flow, and he's having fun. His eyes is like wide open, and he really sees shots coming. He's having fun. Very artistic. Very beautiful. Now, in terms of science, Lemos, if you look at his low center of gravity is the scientific part here, how he transfers his weight, right? He really gets like a lot of shots coming like that because he's transferring his weight from one side to the other, and he's just letting these shots chopping like that, boom. And you know, that is Newton's cradle, right? But it's like a kinetic chain as well, which I talk about a lot, which is the energy through your body, which harnesses power, basically. But when he's doing that, he's got this low center, so you got gravity coming in with the Newton's cradle, which is that transfer of power, which comes through your body, which is, you know, when you have a low center of gravity too, you can harness that, boom, like that, and he just rips those shots in. And another key to victory, actually, before I go, is Lemos should just hit Davis anywhere. Just hit him anywhere. Don't try to go for like his head, you know. Sugar Ray Leonard said that about Mayweather. Don't try and go for his chin, because it's just going to be a nightmare. Go for, like, just do what Canelo does. Whack him on the arms. Try to maybe hit him on the top of the head if you can, like Maidana did, you know. But, like, don't try to go for the pinpoint of his head or a chin. Like, whack him on the arms, whack him on the body, get a little physical with it. You're going to be a bigger man. Use it, you know. It's obviously a bit messed up that he came in 6 pounds over, but the fight's gone ahead. He's allowed to fight. Use your weight to your advantage. Get a bully in there, be physical, get rough, make it ugly for him, hit him on the arms. If you take Keyshawn's jab away, the best way to do that is to whack him on the arms. What do you think Canelo's doing half the time? That's to take someone's jab away for the most part. It's still a target. You know, you non-stop, if Lemos non-stop is hitting him on the arm, that's gonna affect Davis. Question is, can he do it? I like the fight. I like Davis on points. I think it's going to be probably one of his rougher fights. I think Lemos is going to have his moments. Whether he's going to be able to connect clean or not, I don't know. I know Albright caught Davis towards the end of the 8th round once and kind of buzzed him a little bit. But that's the most I think I've seen Davis in kind of trouble, if you will. And he weathered that okay. You know, he still had a little bit of criticism off the back of that fight, but I thought he fought all right. And, you know, he did what he had to do. But I'm expecting Keyshawn Davis in a very good win tomorrow night. Unanimous decision. But I think it could be somewhat exciting as well. But we'll see just how much better his defense is than Hitchens. And we'll see, you know, what Lemos has got, you know. Because at the end of the day, when you are a fighter like that, promoters love it. Because, you know, you test fighters and you make it entertaining. That's all promoters really want. They want to sell tickets, of course, but he's a name, then people know him. They're going to tune in because it's like, all right, well, at least, you know, a harder boxing fans will. But that's it. I've been rambling a little bit. Was it 10 minutes in? All right, well, I hope you guys enjoy the fight. I was going to cover this Boots Karen fight. I didn't realize that's on tomorrow or Saturday. There's so many fights coming in thick and fast, I can't even keep up. And the Bam fight on there as well. And the Matias fight, I made a video about that. It's on the link above. There's just so many fights coming in, and you have to draw the line somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, thanks for watching. Peace and love. I'm out of here.
Good defense right there from Davis. Davis is a two-way fighter. Great offense, but also very, very good defense.
Great in transition, man.
Patera exactly where he needs him.
Oh, and he scores the knockdown.
Boxing.